I believe I've said this on this channel before, but I am someone that is always gonna be excited when it's time for a new Eminem album. And this is like the first time in years, I feel like, that he's actually had an album rollout. I think the last one he had a rollout for was Revival, so I mean, hopefully the album turns out a bit better in the end for this one, but we're getting an actual rollout with singles and stuff, which is really nice. It's called Houdini, and I had to react to it, okay? The biggest video on my channel is talking about Eminem's fastest verses. It's an Eminem related video, so I gotta react to this new single straight away. The cover art is certainly interesting. There's a lot going on here. One of the main things that bugs me, the H in Houdini is the only letter in that text above that overlaps the text below it.
Why does it do that?
But as long as the song is good, that's not gonna bother me too much. From the little snippet that you hear in the trailer, it sounds like the production here is gonna harken back to Eminem's late 90s / early 2000s music. It was quite reminiscent of stuff like Without Me, where it has that sort of goofy, cartoonish style. Produced by Luis Resto and Eminem. It's a classic combination. Eminem, Houdini, let's get it going.
Hey, it's Paul. I was listening to the album. Good fucking luck. You're on your own.
Oh my god, this sounds proper 2000s Eminem style. We even started with the Paul skit. Guess who's back? Na-na-na. This is clearly for Eminem fans already, because I feel like anybody who's not an Eminem fan is going to be like, why the hell is he doing this in 2024? You know, this doesn't sound good, this sound hasn't aged well, and that's not necessarily something I can disagree with. I wouldn't argue that it's a sound that has aged amazingly, but it is hitting the nostalgia points for me, you know? This does feel very Without Me-esque. It has a direct reference to Without Me at the start.
Well, look what the stork brung. Little baby devil with the forked tongue, pulling up in a Chrysler to the cipher with the fake spurks and a Bud Light shirt. Lyrical technician, and I don't gotta play pretend. It's you I make believe, and you know I'm here to stay. Cause me, if I was to ask for Megan D Stallion, if she would collab with me, would I really have a shot at a feat? I don't know, but I'm glad to be back.
Megan Thee Stallion does not deserve all these disses, although I will say this one is very clearly Eminem style, light-hearted. I don't think it's anything that comes across as too harsh. It is interesting hearing a song like this in 2024, but it works for an album, again, that's called The Death of Slim Shady. That does feel like it's going to be Eminem revisiting older sounds. Very clearly what we're getting right here, so let's keep it going.
Now back in the days of old me, right around the time I became a dope fiend, ate some codeine as a way of coping. We'll hit an 8-year-old in the face with a participation trophy. I have 0 doubts. It did start off lighthearted at first, but it feels like I'm targeted. Mind-boggling how my profit is skyrocketed, and I've been running at full speed, and that's why I'm ahead like my noggin. I'm the fight targeted. Oh my god, attention, not again.
I'm not watching the music video right now, I should make that clear, but I feel like the video would be fun.
Sometimes I wonder what the old me say.
If what?
If he could see the way shit is today, he'd probably say that everything is gay.
How many little kids still wanna act like me? I'm a bigger prick than cacti be, and that's why these words think up in R. Kelly's favorite group, the black guy peas. In my Air Max 90s, white tees, walking parental.
Bumping R. Kelly's favorite group, the Black Eyed Peas, but it sounds like the Black Guy Peas. It's an Eminem song, alright. It does remind me a little bit of Alfred's theme from Music to Be Murdered by Side B. I think that's the one that's most comparable, like in terms of recent Eminem tracks, to this song, where it is just him being goofy, going for a bit of a fun cartoonish style. I think it's one that I'm gonna need like a couple listens for this sound to really set in again for me. I'm so used to recent Eminem going over trap beats and stuff like that, which is not me saying that that's necessarily what I want more of. It's just gonna take me a little while to warm up to this style in a modern setting again. But again, there's a lot of nostalgia here. There's a lot of just like silly, goofy, cartoonish lyrics, but can I say that that doesn't match with the sound? It absolutely does.
My transgender cat Siamese identifies as black but acts Chinese. Like a motherfucking hacky sack, got tree, cancel me. What? Okay, that's it. Go ahead, Paul. Quit. Snake ass prick, you male cross-dresser. Fake ass bitch. Fuck Dre, fuck Jimmy, fuck me, fuck you. Fuck my own kids, they're brats. Fuck them. Think it's roof off.
He's gonna have to diss himself now. He sent a shot at Haley.
Like Sherry Papini, Harry Houdini, I vanish into the thin air as I'm leaving like
Just like that, and I'm back, bro.
I mean, I think overall it had a pretty fun vibe to it. I don't think it's one of the greatest Eminem songs ever, but I had fun listening to the track. I think the beat was really fun. You know, it had that sort of like, I'm not really saying this in a negative way, but almost like that cheap, goofy sound to it that is such a Slim Shady style staple. So again, that is nostalgic for me. And I think it's a track you can enjoy if you don't take it too seriously. There are a couple bars that are a little bit cringeworthy with the whole I'm gonna get cancelled for that kind of vibe. That is the only thing to me that feels a little bit off here, but it's an enjoyable time and a throwback to the Eminem sound of late 90s, early 2000s. I will say as a positive, there weren't a crazy amount of corny one-liners on here, because one of my things that I mentioned a lot with Music to Be Murdered by Side A and Side B, a lot of the lines were corny dad jokes, and I feel like here they were either less noticeable or just not as bad. Like, yeah, there's a couple that technically are corny dad jokes, but it works more with this style when the beat is goofy and fun. It's something that you can accept as part of the style. It sounds better than Eminem doing corny dad jokes over trap beats. You know, the callback to Without Me was cool, as I said. It starts off with a Paul Rosenberg skit, which again, another staple of Eminem's older albums, and the production is by Luis Resto and Eminem. Again, a staple of older Eminem albums. Seems very much like we're going for the throwback style on the Death of Slim Shady, and, you know, I'm looking forward to it. And I do look forward to watching the music video as well, because I feel like that will be very entertaining for a song with this style. It's got to be a fun video, right? There's probably references in there to the sort of Slim Shady era as well, so I'm looking forward to that. Hey guys, Editor CDTV here. As I'm making this video right now, I just noticed that I didn't give a sort of initial reaction rating to this song out of 10, just to give you a better idea of where my thoughts sit with it. I've given the song a few more listens now. It gets a little bit better and even more fun with every single listen. Like, it's good to hear Eminem just having a good time like this. So I would say I'm sitting somewhere like a 7+ out of 10, maybe 7.5, somewhere in that sort of region. It's a really good time. I'm excited for the album. That's my initial thoughts on Houdini by Eminem, but I'm curious to hear how you feel about it, so let me know down in the comments below. And with that being said, you can click on the screen right here to check out that video that I have picked particularly for you. I hope you enjoy it. I will see you guys all in the next one, and much love to my Patreon supporters and channel members over there, with a special shout out to I Am Regent, KWG13270, Lucas1123, Neo Striker, and Wurmst.